Chemical properties. Copper is a chemical element with a symbol Cu and the atomic number 29. Classified as a transition metal. Copper is a solid at room temperature. Copper is also a reddish metal with a face-centered cubic crystalline structure. It is very malleable and very ductile. Extremely good conductor. You see it used in a lot of electrical, construction, vehicles, you name it. It is both good for heat. Copper also has a low chemical reactivity. Copper melting point and boiling point, MP equals 1083 degrees Celsius at BP equals 2595 degrees Celsius. It is a softer than zinc and can be polished to a bright finish. It is found in group IB of the periodic table and together with silver and gold. Mechanical properties. Most copper is used for electrical equipment, construction, roofing, plumbing. It's about 20%. Industrial machinery such as heat exchangers, 15%. Alloys, 5%. Type of copper alloys. A lot of you have probably heard of, bronze. It's a classic. Brass, a copper zinc alloy, copper tin zinc. This is tied into more on copper tin zinc, which was strong enough to make guns and cannons. Was known as gun metal, copper and nickel. Known as copper on nickel. Metal for low domination coins. Yeah, I mean, you see copper with the penny. It's a classic. Statue of Liberty, you see that. Copper is used for a lot of different things because of its all the different varieties of possibilities with it, because of its ductileness, the electrical conductivity of it. Other properties. Copper is a very common substance that occurs naturally in the environment. Copper can be released into the environment by both natural sources and human activities. Copper is often found near mines, industry settings, landfills, and waste deposits. Copper can be found in many kinds of foods, in drinks, in water, and in air. Copper is a trace element that is essential for human health. Copper is absorbed each day by eating, drinking, and breathing. Waste copper is released into the environment. This goes back over here. With this little note, wind-blown dust. Copper can actually be carried through that. Decay, vegetation, forest fires, sea spray, mining, metal production, wood production, and phosphate fertilizer production. Material processing. Where is copper found? Copper is present in the Earth's crust, in oceans, lakes, and rivers. And copper is obtained in two methods. One is open pit mining and underground tunnels. This is what open pit looks like. Open pit mining is a surface technique that extracts minerals from an open pit in the ground. Underground mining is done in two ways: vertical shafts and horizontal tunnels. The concentration process after mining. Grinding the copper ore to separate the copper from the rock. Mixing the ores with water with a chemical reagent. Then air is blown into that mix to bring the copper to the top, and then the copper is removed. The next phase is pyrometallurgy method. Drying the copper before being heated in the refining furnace. Then, after it's dried, it is placed in a fire refining, which has natural gases and air blown through the copper to remove the sulfur. What's left is the copper cathode. This is thrown into the copper anodes and is placed in electrolytic copper, giving you pure copper on cathodes. Then the copper is removed from the cathodes. The other option is a hydrometallurgy process done through chemical metallurgy method. The purpose is to separate and extracting of the copper with the reaction in aqueous medium. After either process, the mining companies can sell the copper in concentrate or cathode form to a smelting company or refining company. The fabrication techniques. Some that are used are machining, forming, stamping, joining, polishing, and plating. Reasons for fabrication of copper are its malleability, conductivity, corrosion resistance, and economical ones. Quality testing procedures and standards for the material. Quality testing procedures for copper that a company might do. Material inspection, dimensional tolerance inspection, appearance inspection, mechanical properties inspection, and a non-destructive testing. American Society for Testing and Materials, ASTM, are used for copper standards. Key to classifying, evaluate, and specifying the material, chemical, mechanical, and metallurgical properties of the copper materials. Industrial applications for the material. Copper is used in a wide variety of industries. The electrical, with that, it's electrical wiring and electronics. Those will use copper. Construction uses it in cladding, electrical wiring as well. Heating system, oil and gas lines, rainwater systems, and roofing. Transport, it will be used in airplanes for its malleability and its ductility. Trains, trucks, and cars. With cars, things like radiators. And then other things copper is used in is jewelry, instruments, and cookware.